All right, so here we go. Welcome back, Vault Hunters. Yes, Borderlands 4 is getting very big news tomorrow because we're getting our first look at the brand new Vault Hunter coming to Borderlands 4 at Tokyo Game Show. More on that in a moment. Plus, an urgent PSA about your save files. And also, it took over 100 hours to find this amazing alt fire. I think many of you guys have not seen this one. We're going to go over that. And we're doing an after 200 hours review of the game. We're going to get some really cool insights there. And of course, we're going over your top comments. But you know what? Check this out right here.
So check this out, guys. If you've ever dealt with lag or lost connections while playing your favorite multiplayer games, then you've got to check out this tool called Exit Lag, which will prevent server disconnects, lag, and packet loss. And a huge thanks to Exit Lag for sponsoring this video. So how does Exit Lag prevent disconnects and lag, you ask? Well, after you install Exit Lag on your PC, which is super simple, you just select your plan, create your account, download, and install. You then select the game you want to prevent lag in, have it automatically select your server region, click on the red Apply Routes button, and Exit Lag will optimize the data between your PC and the game server using their AI route optimizer. And Exit Lag has the ability to connect you to more than 3,000 games with optimized servers around the world, and this ultimately reduces network latency, prevents lag, and possible disconnects. And get this, there is even a PC boost setting as well to help improve gameplay performance. And in this example, you'll notice without Exit Lag, this player runs into some serious lag and then they disconnect. But with Exit Lag, they were able to prevent the lag and prevent the disconnect from even happening. So check out Exit Lag and get 50% off the Exit Lag annual subscription when you click on my link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen, and don't forget to use code OWG to get your 50% off discount. And a huge thanks to Exit Lag for supporting my channel and giving my games a lag-free experience.
All right, so I say we dive straight into the news here. Check it out on the Borderlands 4 official Steam page. Says tune in for a new Vault Hunter teaser at Tokyo Game Show. But this is interesting. Of course, this is going to be part of paid DLC. It says get ready for your introduction to the first of 2 new Vault Hunters coming to Borderlands 4 as part of the paid story pack DLCs. We'll be showing off this new playable character during the Gearbox panel at Tokyo Game Show 2025 this Saturday, September 27th, starting at 7:30 p.m. PT, 9:30 p.m. CT, and so on, 10:30 p.m. ETs. Yes, so there it is. I will have the full breakdown for you guys if you miss it. And they say this, we first shared a glimpse of this new Vault Hunter silhouette in our post-launch roadmap. And here's a look at that silhouette, by the way. Interesting. What do you guys make of it? But you can expect plenty more details during the TGS panels. Reminder, here's how you get the new Vault Hunter included in Story Pack 1 as soon as they're available. Now, you have to own the Borderlands 4 Super Deluxe Edition if you didn't know, or own the Vault Hunter pack included in the Super Deluxe Edition, or own the Story Pack 1 Mad Ellie and the Vault of the Damned included in Vault Hunter pack. So yes, we're going to be checking that out together, and I'll have that full breakdown for you. But there is more because there was yet another teaser that was not mentioned in this Steam post. So check it out right here. The official Borderlands Twitter account posted this interesting cryptic video, and there's a lot of theories going on in the comments here. So yeah, the theory is we have a card-throwing Vault Hunter. Some replies here, finally I could be Gambit. Perhaps we're looking at a fortune teller Vault Hunter. But let me know what you guys make of it. Sound off in the comments down below. Now we got to talk about save files. My big question for you guys, have you had any issues with your save files? Seems like people have been running into quite some problems here. Corrupted save files and all sorts of stuff. Check it out right here. We have a PSA. Back up your save files manually, whatever you do. Here we go. It says Gearbox still hasn't learned safe save management, and a crash can permanently corrupt your progress. Was at level 42. Ultimate Vault Hunter 1, working on 2. One crash, trash my bank of items. Another trash my Harlow. Can make a new character at 30, but lack the legendaries for my build. Also, it seems I've lost the Nox skin for E4 with no way to recover it along with any one-time shift codes. Yikes. So this is also a way to, of course, protect those shift codes. Now, we do have a reply here, some insights into how you can actually address this issue further. So check it out right here. This happened to me over the weekend. I went into my games, Borderlands 4 saves. The corrupt file is something like 1 followed by a bunch of characters, .save/temp. If you rename the file to 1.save, it will restore your corrupt save. It did it for me at least. Be sure to back up the existing save folder just in case. Hope it can get your save back. Good luck. Also, we have an edit and update here. When renaming, use the number it already has so it doesn't overwrite another save. I only have one save, so it did not occur to me. So this is great advice. And we actually have someone that said, thank you. This worked, recovered both my character and my profile.save for my banked item. So that is great to hear. And that's why I'm highlighting that post there. Just in case you want to save that post, save this information. Hopefully you guys don't have anything happen to your save, but this is to be preemptive just in case something does happen. I hope that we also get some updates from the dev team as to what they can potentially do to really help protect your save. Now, mentioning saves, check it out. We have another PSA. When playing online with randoms, your save file is also at risk. So what is going on here? Check it out. Been seeing a lot of posts where people are having their saves tampered with. So I figured I'd try and spread awareness. Be careful playing Borderlands 4 online with randoms. Some players are using trainers to mess with other people's saves. They can force change to your skill points, SCU points, and even reset your character back to level 1 just because they can. Damn. So this isn't just someone joining with a modded save. It's live manipulation that can permanently screw up your progress until Gearbox locks this down. Probably won't happen. Stick to private lobbies or trusted friends only. Better yet, if you're on console, just turn off cross-platform play. Protect your save. Don't risk it. Let's see the replies here. It says, don't play online unless you are playing with trustworthy friends. That's one of the big tips. So I got to ask, how many of you guys actually hop in with randoms here? Do you guys do that at all? When it comes to Borderlands 4, I'm very curious. And we have another take here. Check it out. I have a buddy that was playing crossplay with a friend, and there was a crash disconnection, and his character turned into my friend's character. So now he is a level 30 Vex named Rob. Not really the same thing, but another issue that can come from playing with people online. Wait, how does this happen? No confirmation if that actually happened. I'm going to take his word for it because it seems like some weird stuff is happening around saves. But you know what? After 100 hours, someone actually discovered something very, very cool with a, well, potentially new alt fire. Perhaps you guys have not seen this. So check it out right here. 100 hours in, and I just discovered this alt fire. And of course, if we scroll down here, it says alt fire support drone launches a support drone that will heal 1,111 and grants plus 20% damage, movement speed, and reload rate. Dang. And we have Replicator throws additional gun on reload. So have you guys seen this one? Let's check the responses. Wait, I haven't seen that, and I'm 70 hours in. That's amazing. Damn, I want to see this thing in action. Too bad there's no like gameplay of it, but that is legit. But you know what? Someone actually does have this in the comments, and they said this about their experience with it. Just tested on a boss. It healed me through certain death easily. Lasts about 12 seconds, 12,000 health heal plus the bonuses. Holy crap. Talk about the ultimate support weapon for sure. I am extremely jealous. I hope that dropped for me. But anyway, moving on, you know, we have this interesting review of sorts after 200 hours of play. My thoughts after 200 hours plus. So let's scroll on down here because there's also some tidbits in here that I wanted to talk about that we have not gone over. So let me start by saying this is the first game in the series where I went out of my way to get all the achievements. And as of this time writing this, I am 2 collectibles away of having them all too. I had a blast playing this past 2 weeks. I finished leveling all 4 Vault Hunters to 50. Holy crap. But ended up playing for the most of it on Vex. The story was really good, which I played in co-op from start to finish while doing a few things on the side here and there. Yeah, I'm playing co-op through the story with my bro Ryan as well. And then there was tons of good, well-placed humor without losing its more serious style they promised they were going for. Same with the side quests, which I thought were even more hilarious than the main story, with a lot of references to previous titles or just Easter eggs, in which I repeatedly caught myself gasping and shouting no way, because I could draw the connection either on my own or when my friend showed me something. There are some absolutely hilarious side missions. One in particular that comes to mind is the one with the missile that's in the middle of the farmland. But anyway, I'm not going to spoil that one. Let me know if you guys know what I'm talking about, and I'll leave it at that. Now, we have same with the side quests. Okay, I already went through that one. And then we have gunplay feels extremely solid, but I think playing with some of the Ripper and Order manufacturer gun feels a bit wonky at times. We've heard that feedback many, many times. I still think there could be some adjustments with that. I think Gearbox should consider it. And then grinding gear feels super rewarding since you don't have to refarm gear for higher Ultimate Vault Hunter levels, but this can also be a bad thing in the long run for its replayability, which I'm not sure on yet. On top of that, the general grind cycle feels very fluid, where some bosses can be cheesed for insane farm speeds, namely Splash Zone. But even without that, it is so rewarding to just be able to use Moxie's Encore machine to reset a boss instead of going back to the main menu like in previous titles, which is more of a quality of life feature than you might think it is. So how are you guys feeling about the loot, I guess you would call it, grind in the game? Is it too grindy? Is it too redundant and repetitive once you head into kind of like the end game? Do you think it's fine as it stands? Of course, we're going to be like seeing the end game expanded as we go through future content updates. So this is not the end of that, which I'm excited to see what they do in the future. But how are you feeling about it right now? Also, we have Echo 4. I feel like needs a bit of a fix because it sends you through inaccessible places to your destination, but I never felt this was a huge issue because I kind of know my way around at this point, but I can see how this could be frustrating for newer players. I think that's kind of the point of having Echo around. And also, yeah, the lack of the mini map, that's a huge discussion, but I think that Gearbox intent with that was to try to get you to look at the world, the artwork. But still, I think a lot of people want at least the option to have a mini map. And I've gotten replies in previous videos about, hey, Robbie, yo, chill, there is a mini map option. A mini map and a radar are two very, very different things. A lot of you guys want to see a super detailed mini map, and I completely get that. So I guess they need three options here: radar, mini map, and, you know, the option of just using Echo. All right, now moving on, we have this right here. Inventory and SUs maybe have the biggest issue at the moment, where it's sometimes frustrating to mark gear as trash from the inventory itself if you don't pick it up as junk from the beginning, because it can mark other items you may not want to mark after you scroll down a little bit. This is the thing I really wanted to discuss. It's actually a bigger problem because you might be unaware that you're marking some really valuable loot, which is a huge, huge problem. So, yeah, I really think that that needs to be on the radar and needs to be fixed for sure. Next up, we have also filters could use some adjustments in terms of which are available. And personally, I'm not a huge fan that your equipped items show up, I believe he means, in the middle of all of it for whatever filter you have applied. So with these small adjustments, I'm sure, are being addressed in the future. I think for now, this game for me is a solid 9.5 out of 10. What would you guys rate the game right now? Sound off in the comments down below. I'm deliberately not discussing performance here because I'm happy as long as it runs no matter which settings I'm on. Also within those 221 hours, maybe craft 4 times in total. But I'm open to read your thoughts and how you see these things I briefly mentioned. Also, yeah, this also stirred up like a whole other discussion in the comments about him playing over 200 hours already, which is wild. I got to ask, how much time have you guys clocked so far in Borderlands 4? I'm curious what level you guys are at, if you're on multiple characters or not. Now, there was also this topic right here, which got a lot of attention. Check it out. They should add a kill counter on those. This would be very, very cool. So have like some sort of kill counter next to Moxie's big Encore machine here. Would love to know how many times I've killed a boss, for example, Splash Zone. That would be just a fun little extra tidbit that you guys would love to see. Maybe they could have, I don't know, milestones related to it. That's another thing they could potentially do alongside that. But anyway, yeah, you guys know what time it is. It's time to go over your top comments. As always, leave a comment down below. It can end up right here in a future video. And if you're new, welcome aboard. Smack that subscribe button to stay in the know and updated on all things Borderlands 4. But let's dive in and see what you guys had to say, shall we? So we have the first comment here. The firework shield is just a splash zone dedicated drop. So easy to farm if you want one. So if you didn't know that, now you know. And we have, so regarding the loot quality thing, according to Moxie, another YouTuber who's also doing Borderlands 4 content, which by the way, I've hung out with him several times at events. He's a cool dude. And also congrats to him on the 500,000 subscribers, a huge milestone. So congrats to him. But anyway, it goes on to say this. They reached out to Gearbox asking about what the loot quality modifier actually means in Ultimate Vault Hunter. Gearbox responded saying it means that it increases your chances of weapons rolling with more licensed parts. This would then confirm the loot quality does not equal loot quantity argument is the correct one. So there you go with that one. And we also have some more replies here about, I wanted to get into this one, the main expansion. We have a reply saying this, the main expansion is going to be cosmic horror themed. We better get a cosmic horror themed Vault Monster 2. That would be very, very cool. And I believe this next comment was a reply about performance. It says, I can tell you full stop, it isn't the loot being left. I take and sell every piece of loot because I have an issue leaving anything behind. It drives me crazy, but my game still suffers. So yeah, there's also many comments saying the same thing out here underneath this video. So yeah, let me know if you guys leave loot behind in piles, or if you're like Lord Zero here, who loves to basically sell absolutely everything, which is the smartest thing to do, of course. But there it is, the latest happenings around Borderlands 4. As always, stay tuned for more. I'll keep you guys in the know and updated. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care.